are behind. They're all fired up. What we got to do? First place, our defense has got to go out there and take the ball. And when we get the ball, we got to have 11 people that's going to do their job and try to score every time you get the football. If we do that, we'll be all right. That will be all right.
Gonna Saban Jr., Sport TV, and welcome to the CTS Sports Room. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, today we got the Rise Up Sports Football Talk Show today, and we're gonna be talking about who can possibly emerge as a key contributor. And what I'm talking about is possibly could be a starter, possibly a backup that can come in and make a big impact. Somebody who will make a big impact to the team. But thank everybody for tuning in. And right now, I'd like to bring in my man, Roll Tide, Rise Up.
You are satisfied? If you are not hungry, you need to check yourself.
And what paper you got to go get it and go out.
Right now is your chance. Right now is your opportunity. Right now, you got to make today count.
Roll Tide, brother. What's going on?
What's going on?
Nothing much. And I want to go ahead in advance apologize to everybody in the chat. You guys, I have a little cold, so I'm under the weather. My voice is kind of, whispery right now. But I wanted to be here to talk football with you guys, Bama football, and of course with my brother Nick Saban Jr. You can't go wrong with us two.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great topic.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited about today's topic. But over the last couple of days, we'd have had a couple of kind of events that had us going, the Bama way, whatever. People can say whatever they want to say. Y'all excited about 3-star, y'all flip a 4-star. I can say whatever, but we don't care what y'all got to say, because we happy that we didn't got this boy Peyton with y'all and my guy Rod Darius Morgan from Central for playing for the Red. And like I said, this somebody got dang. Hey, he put you in the mind of I said Jalen Rams on my video, but I meant to say Dorian James that all play for Florida State. That come down in the box and light you up. He that guy.
Right.
He that guy.
Okay. That's what's up. Coach Dude Sports TV, man. Roll Tide to you, brother. And hey, whenever you want us to, I'm all for it, brother. But like you said, man, great topic tonight, because there's some key players that we don't talk about, right? We know the names that everybody's gonna say, the Downs, the Haynes, and the Keys, and things of that nature. But tonight we're talking about those guys that may not get the mention. Those guys that kind of fly under the radar, if you will. And starting at the Alabama Fan Day on the 5th, last Saturday, two names has hopped up hot on the radar right now, and both of them I'm glad to see. Both of them I'm glad to hear that they're making great progress, showing up, putting in that work. But it's one I'm particularly excited about, and that's that young man Devontae Smith, that DB. He's a junior.
Yes, sir.
Right, and I think he was looked over for one. His name is Devontae Smith. So, that was the hype when he signed. Oh, we got another Devontae Smith, yada, yada, yada. And then it just kind of went by the wayside. But this man has stayed the course. He's kept his head down, nose to the ground, worked on his craft, continued to get better and better. And now it's paying off for him. And,
yes, sir.
I'm happy for the young man. And I hope it turns into a successful season for him. What do you think about that young man, Devontae Smith, man?
Devontae Smith, I was very proud to hear his name come up because, due to the era of the transfer portal, it's kind of easy to just pack your bags and leave when things ain't going out your way. And, with Devontae Smith, this is the kind of guy that we want at Bama, that stick through when times are easy and when times are hard. So he showed me that right now it's his time. It's his time right now. He will be a first-year starter if he does pull it out through fall camp still, and we can say that he has experience. We have experience, but for Devontae Smith, I like for this guy because this good morning, especially if you're playing out through our kid that waited patiently and got time in due time.
Right. There you go. I agree with you. And I know some people, may say, "Hey, man, this guy really doesn't have that much experience," but he has the knowledge of the playbook. He has the knowledge of the system. He has the knowledge of the culture at Alabama. He's been there. He's going into his junior year. This is 3 seasons in now, so he knows the playbook. And I know some things going to switch up with Kevin Steele coming back, but that doesn't take away the fact that he knows the culture. He knows the players. He's been there 3 years, so he knows those guys. He's been rocking with those guys shoulder to shoulder in that hot Alabama sun. Out there sweating, putting in work. And if you look at it in our eyes, he's not reaping the benefits, but he's gonna reap the benefits. I feel good about the young man, and I'm excited for him. And I'm wishing him a great season, because if he's great, that just means that much more Alabama's going to be good. That's just another plus for Alabama. So
yes, sir. Then the other guy,
the other big name. Go ahead.
It's Terrence Ferguson.
That's right.
So the reason why I came up with this topic, because these two names have emerged, let's be for real, out of nowhere. And to go back to a topic that we had before, don't forget what we got. We good. Don't forget what we got. We good. And now it's coming forth. It's making you remember what we had. But Terrence Ferguson, somebody I was high on, but it's one of them. Hey, it clicked. And I'm gonna tell you something about this guy that got me so locked in for him now. This man is a sophomore. He done graduated already. So they're telling me he locked in. Locked in. He ready to grind. He graduated early. Now he got football 100% on his mind.
Right.
So Terrence Ferguson is a big guy. This Coach Saban said we look at him as a starter. Come on, man. That tells you a lot. If Coach Saban can say that.
Right. Exactly. And so T. Ferg, man, I was really surprised to hear his name, but yet again, I was so happy to hear his name, being mentioned as one of the guys that's, that's showing out, that came back and looking like a whole different person. And maybe
Man,
people, he's been looking great the whole time. And under this Kevin Steele defense, he's like that diamond that's been polished off, that pearl that's been cleaned out. And now we're seeing the good stuff. Listen, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know the future, and I can't, I won't claim anything like that. But my gut tells me that if Pete Golden had stayed, we probably wouldn't hear these two guys' name right now. That's just me. I may be wrong about that, but I'm so happy that both of these guys are in the mix. I think it's well deserved, and I want to bring in another guy that I think, and Coach Dude mentioned his name. One of the guys I think that can emerge as a key contributor this season is Emmanuel Henderson.
Yes, sir.
Emmanuel Henderson, brother. This guy, I've been hearing nothing but good things about him. I mean, 8-8 game, he made a phenomenal catch for a touchdown. I've heard that he made one in the fan day. And just jewels I've been hearing from him. And we got to remember, this guy was a running back coming in. Right?
Five-star running back.
Five-star running back coming in. He switched his whole position to wide receiver. That's another reason I'm happy for him. He's one of the guys who, okay, this don't work. Well, you guys offer me this position. I'll try it out. And he tried it. And he's been here with us. And I think that we're gonna see Emmanuel Henderson. Now he may not be a starter per se. No, I think he's gonna get some great playing time, and he's gonna take advantage of the time that he has on the field. I just have that feeling. I think we probably kind of play him like they played JoJo Earl, and I think he's gonna take advantage of it. What do you think? What do you think about that, Nick?
So this is what I want to talk about Emmanuel Henderson, since we on Emmanuel Henderson. So, yesterday we did the show where we ranked the players. And
right,
I had him higher than some of the more proven on the team. And it's not on them. It's just when you bring up how Emmanuel Henderson came in, 5-star running back. Boom. He locked in. All right, I'm going to switch. Let's play wide receiver because I do have a wide receiver height. So now you talking about versatility and a different skill set. Okay.
Right.
So now this man, you see him go through his process, switching positions. Now he one of the people that catches touchdown in the 8-day game. And I think this past week, I know I've been hearing good stuff about him. So I see him going to be there, sneaky dude. Like you said, not a starter, but somebody that can come in and get some significant time. And when he comes in his time, it's talking about like, boom, Emmanuel Henderson for the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? One of those sneaky guys like that. And I'm an offensive-minded type of guy. If I can coach, I'll be an OC. I'm looking at it as an OC perspective. I'm like, man, I got a running back that's playing wide receiver. Man, I'm finna scheme on him some big time plays.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Tommy Reese is going to, do that for them. Also, for some odd reason, this guy has a sneaky way of getting behind the defense, man. He just has like that little sneaky way of getting behind the defense. Hey, I love it. More power to him. Like I said, if he's great, that only makes Alabama greater. Who else you have?
Okay, let me go back. So, we can go with the defense.
Okay.
And I'm going off of basically my list. I'm looking at my list I had from yesterday. But some of the names that popped up early, they haven't popped up yet. Let's talk about Tim Smith. This is now or never. This is now or never. Right. And with the simplicity we talk about Tommy Reese brains and want to let these dudes be themselves, I feel like Tim Smith has the talent and this will be the year for him to get off.
Right.
Stacy Blackwood, Roll Tide, bro. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. But I agree with you on that, man. And Tim Smith is another one of those unsung heroes that we don't, we know who he is. We know what he did coming out of high school. But like you say, if you go back to the 2023 class that's now at Alabama, they're the freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
We had the number one class. We had all these 5 stars, 4 stars. I mean, that's crazy class, right? But then we were so quick to forget when the 2024 cycle came around, and we may have missed on a couple of guys. That's
Yes.
cool. That's cool. Because like you said, don't forget about what we have.
Yes.
And then now our 2024 class is shaping up to be a pretty doggone decent class. So, but yeah, Tim Smith, man, is one of those guys I think we overlook because of other big names, and that's all good. Another guy who kept his nose down, grinded, and he's here to show us what he's made of, man.
Yes, sir.
And I'm ready. I'm ready for it, bro.
Hey, y'all, real quick. We got Tide Talk Live, Stacy Blackwood. Please go to Tide Talk Live and please go subscribe to his channel. He writes for Roll Tide Wire as well.
Also, Coach Dude as well.
Yes.
His Coach Dude Sports TV.
Yes, sir.
Another brother with some great content. Y'all, please go check out his channel. Subscribe to him as well. He's an Alabama fan, so you already know what it is. Okay.
Yep.
So anything else on Tim Smith?
Tim Smith, no, I just think it's his time, man. I think he waited patiently. He's been talked about repping with the ones. So this year, I feel like he's gonna be like, this is the Tim Smith we all have been waiting for. I feel like this is the year.
All right. I got one I want to speak on. Now I'm going back over to the offensive side.
Okay.
And that's one Mr. Amari, either knee black or not black. I'm not sure how you pronounce the last name. But with this, I know we got Dupree. Don't get me wrong. Dupree is in the category of Downs and Hayes to me. He's in that category.
Yeah.
So we already know that we expected him to show out. But Amari, man, this guy is 6'4", 3'8", 223 pounds. Listen, he's a hybrid. He's not just a tight end. I think we could use this guy like they used what's that boy was out of Florida? I can't think
Kyle
of his name.
Pitts.
My Atlanta Pitts. Yeah.
Kyle Pitts.
And with Tommy Reese being a fan of using tight ends in different schemes and different sets, I think this sets up the chance for Amari to emerge and do his thing. I'm not sure how good he is on blocking. He may have to work on that, but I think he's gonna do some rollouts. I really think we're gonna see he's gonna be featured a lot, and I think that he's gonna have the chance to make an impact this season for now Alabama Crimson Tide. So.
Got you. So on my list when I ranked Amari D Black, I had him at 41. But 41 on a team where you got to play 22 players or whatever, that's kind of high, especially based off of last season. We all know what Amari D Black the capable bring, but we also have been hearing this guy can be stretched out wide, use him as a wide receiver. So I can see, I can see us right now with the different tight end sets. He's sneaking out there to the wide receivers position. And you got CJ Dupree still in the game, man. I see a lot of crazy stuff happening with Amari D Black. But yes, I think this dude is going to be a beast. And for me, it's for I feel like we can use 4 tight ends: Cedar Dupree,
Right.
Marvin E. Black, Robbie Ouz, and Danny Lewis,
Danny
Jr.
Lewis. Right.
Ken Wisenhunt is also that a guy that I'm actually excited about with this tight end room. You got Tommy Reese that likes to use the tight ends. Ken Wisenhunt, somebody that actually is a Wisenhunt or is the other guy? I forgot. I might not be talking about Wisenhunt. I'm talking about the other tight end analyst that they hired. I can't even think of his name right now. Have worked together before with the Chiefs and at Notre Dame. I can't get his name right now, but that guy. That's why I'm so excited about this tight end room. And also Joe Cox, young up and coming mind that's been working with the tight ends for Wales as well. Familiarity with the guys in the tight end room with Joe Cox. Joe Cox is somebody that I see coming up in the future. All of a sudden, one day you'll see him get an OC job, but Amari Neblack is very high on my list as somebody that will emerge this season.
Right. All right. Who else you got? Can you hear me, Joey?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, who else you have next on your list?
On my list, next. My list next. I gotta go with Quindarius Robinson. somebody that I feel like gonna come in when Anderson or Braswell go sit down. Somebody that I believe that is not gonna be like nothing has lost since the main 2 got out. Quindarius Robinson, we seen him work Elijah Pritchett in the spring game, but a lot of people say Pritchett this, Pritchett that, but I feel like it was just the testimony of Quindarius Robinson being on the team for a while, experienced guy that knows the technique to get around these guys, and I feel like he's going to bring that this year to add quality depth to our team.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm 100%. He's a senior this year. Mm-hmm. Like you said, he's been on the team. You know, he knows the culture. He knows the playbook, and this year is laying on the line. You know, everything is in front of him. Everything is his to gain. So, with what time he gets as far as on the field, I think he's going to make use of that time wisely, and he's going to, make us proud of the man.
Yeah,
he's going to make all the naysayers, all the people talk about, this person and that person and that. I'm talking about non-Alabama fans.
Yeah,
Going to make them just be like, hey man, okay, we forgot who Nick Saban is. We forgot who Alabama is. That's what he's gonna do. And along with him, I'm gonna say on the defensive side with another linebacker. I was at the spring game, right?
Yeah,
I'm at the spring game, and I know it's a spring game, but this guy was all over the place. I'm hearing his name called a lot. I was high on him coming out of high school. I've been high on him the whole while, and he's a junior this year, and that's none other than Mr. Kendrick Shire Blackshear.
Ooh, okay.
Listen, we got some beef at linebacker, brother. I mean, you just had a show a week or so ago when you named off 16. That's a lot of linebackers. 8 of them were 5-star and
5-star.
4. Right. So that's a lot of talent. But when I see Mr. Kendrick Blackshire and special teams, man, that dude be knocking some heads, bro. That man,
Man,
I would let that man hit me, and I'm in a doggone international semi-track trailer or whatever. You know, listen. That dude bring the pain, and I think again, I don't think he's going to start, but I do think that he's going to get some playing time this year, and with that playing time, he's gonna do some things. He's gonna make some running back think twice
yeah.
about coming up that hole. I'm telling you, he's gonna make some people think twice about hitting the hole. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, when it comes to Kenny Blackshear, like I said, I had him at 38 on my list, which is high. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With an 87-man scholarship player, with 87 scholarship players. So 38, right. Because he one of those guys that comes with the now and never moment. And I feel like, and I hope, when I say stuff like this, I hope I'm completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this year, I feel like he'll transfer. But the way I can see him contributing, because I don't know if he going to make that explosive stuff at linebacker, which I'm hoping he will. But definitely you brought it up, special teams. And if he remember, he got to go back and do the history. Look at Reuben Foster, what he did on special teams. So if you're going out there making big plays, Mac Wilson was followed up behind him doing the same thing on special teams. Matt Wilson not Texas A&M player 2 timeout. So if Kendra Blackshear can contribute to special teams, and if he doesn't get that look at linebacker, if it's that way for you, be patient. Because I'm telling you, you're making them big time plays on special teams, your time gonna come. Come. But I feel like Kendra Blackshear definitely could swing.
Okay. And I agree with you on the transfer thing. I think if he don't start this year, he's probably gonna go back home to Texas, man. Either Texas A&M, TCU, Baylor, something like that. I think he'll go back to his home state, you know, where he can probably start. And Coach Dude said he's not fluid enough in the hips, and that's probably why.
I was about to address that comment because I think so too as well. I feel like he kind of had that Shane Lee type thing. Like Shane Lee would have been a beast linebackers in 07, 08, 09, 010, 7, 11, 7. He would have been a beast linebacker then. But now that you got they're doing a lot of pass out of the backfield, passing everywhere. You got to have the athleticism to be able to cover some of these guys for a short term.
Right. Okay. Who you got next on your list?
You said who next on my list?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Goodwine. Somebody who been here for a while.
Okay.
Michael Goodwine. Somebody who been for a while. And Blackwood said something early in the chat, something about the defensive line all around. And that's why I do have him on my list. I have him on my list at 36. That you've been here for a little bit now, and the D line this year is going to contribute to one of the best defenses that we can have. Because you realize when our defense is good, our defensive line is good. When our secondary is great, our defensive line is great. Like it is what it is, you know. So Michael Goodwine is that time. It's your time now. And when I say this as well, I'm saying too, even if you don't get the time on your field, be the big brother in the locker room to help get this group going, help get this group to stay motivated. Be that contributor if not you, you know.
Right. I agree with you 100%. And I do think Goodwine's gonna get his chance, and he gonna make some things happen, man. He gonna make some stuff shake.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm all for it, man. I know Stephen Smith, TDA, was high on Michael Goodwine. I mean, he sung that man praises from when he was recruited to, you know, he signed and all.
Yeah.
And
him and Payne came in the same class.
Right. So, you know, with that being said, I'm gonna stay on the defensive side of the ball, and this guy is another guy that don't get talked about a lot. He kind of flies under the radar. He's been here, but I think if he gets a chance, like I said, he's not going to start. He's not going to be a starter.
Yeah.
But I think he can contribute because the phrase is contribute to the 2023 season. Christian Story, man. I think Story, once again, he's a senior. He's been here, culture, playbook, and all that stuff. It's so many. It's 16 people. It's 16 linebackers on this squad, bro, and that's just so. It's so hard to get in. You got 16 linebackers, and here DB. You got all the DBs come in. You got you just had Key come in, and the guy from
UAB
Louisiana
and Louisiana, yeah.
Key from UAB. The other guy from
Louisiana.
Yeah. You got Downs in, you got Malachi. But I think Story's gonna get his time back there in the secondary, and I think he's gonna make use of it. Like I said, he's not gonna start, but I think he can contribute to this team. Being that he's a senior with leadership and wisdom alone. I think with Kevin Steele coming in, Kevin Steele defense probably be more suited for a Story, and I'm just hoping these guys can get in and show us something, man. I'm really praying for them, dude. I love these guys. I love their commitment. They, like you said, in the time of transferring, leaving, and all this stuff, these guys have stuck with us. And I don't want Saban to put anybody in for that reason, for loyalty. Because if they're not the best person for the job, they're not the best person for the job. I don't want him to put anybody in over somebody else because they stayed. But if they're showing improvement or showing that they can do it, at least give him some time. And I think he will get his time to,
Because I say it all the time. Like, I this level is not just put you in the game and figure it out. Right. But I will say this, that if there's somewhat getting on to it, you see them, they're making good plays. Sometimes it might not be the right play, but you was on it, but you still recovered at a good play. Some of the guys you just gotta figure it out a little bit as they go. Sometimes that's the learning curve that has to be done. But I understand that it's not, hey, go out there and make the football play. You don't know nothing. You got to be somewhat on to it or know what's going on. Some of these guys, the other part is getting it as you go. Game time, getting it as you go. But I'm going to talk about a little bit about Christian Story. Christian Story, the dude I followed big in high school. Like I said, Coach's son as well. He played for a private school. He played quarterback as well in high school. That's what his main thing was, quarterback. But I think he did play both sides. But this guy, somebody I was big on, with the Jalen Key coming in, him already at the end of the schedule time, I think he could bring a lot to the team, but I don't know how much we're going to see it on the field. So when I talked about it last time, be a big-time contributor, at least in that group, in the locker room, leader, I feel like he definitely could bring a lot of that to the team if he can display his talents as well on the field. But I feel like he'll be big for this team.
Right. All right. So now we are on him. On
okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Who else you got next?
So I'm gonna throw both of these guys in here together. because when they came in, it's a lot of good stuff. Go back and watch. You be like, oh yeah, they got that college football experience already playing against top teams. And I'm throwing Jalen Key and Trey Amos in there because I feel like when Coach Saban does not bring anyone to the team just for no reason. Jalen Key, big time dude, can play in the box, can play back. So therefore, there is experience, there is versatility, somebody they can bring. Somebody that I guarantee you he'll see reps if somebody gotta go get some water, breathe, or mop up duty type stuff, you know. Trey Amos, same type of effect. Same type of effect, man. They didn't bring these guys. Trey Amos, I feel like he was the best open field tackler for UAB, bro. Open field tackler. That's what you need at the safety position.
Right. Exactly.
But I put them two together. I feel like those are somebody that some names that are going to come in and be a key contributor.
Right. You said that I had them on my list, especially because Key is a graduate, right? So he had, he's a mature in the mind, right? And he done played in games, and I know people be like, well, he didn't play in the SEC, he didn't play against yada 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 yada.
No, he played Power 5 schools too as well, though. He played Power 5 schools. Right.
He played Power 5 schools. He's been in tough situations where they're down or they're up, whatever the case may be. So he has the mentality of how to react, and he has that experience, point blank period, the experience. And those two dudes are going to come in and make a great contribution. I know both of them are getting playing time. How much, I don't know. We don't know. But one key thing about it, out of all the people that we done mentioned so far, especially on the defense side, we could rotate, baby. I think we are going to start rotating players. And so if anybody's questioning how can you think we get these dudes in if they hadn't been getting in before, I think now we're going to start rotating. You're going to see guys come in, guys come in and go out, and and that's how you get in the game, and that's how you contribute when you are called upon. Yes, and when we're in a sticky, if and when we're in a sticky situation, and God forbid somebody go down, we just simply plug and play, right? We just simply plug and play. Nobody coming in kind of not knowing what the roles are, the assignments. They haven't really played or whatever, so they don't know. I think this year we good to go, man. So yes, and Amos, I agree with you both on those two. Who else you got, sir?
I have to go with Justin Jefferson, man.
Yes, sir.
Justin Jefferson. Somebody that I feel like he might be repping threes right now, I think. Not sure. But I feel like he's going to be one of those people that it clicks. And when we have him in, he can be a contributor at the linebacker position in obvious pass situations.
Right. I agree with you 100%.
Right here.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I agree with you 100%, man. And plus, also, I think he has that wisdom, that knowledge as well, and his athleticism. The guy's like a straight out super duper athlete, so that plays in him getting out there first year and getting comfortable enough to play with the ones. Because I heard he with the 2s or 3 like you did. I'm really not sure which one, but I'm not worried about that. That's just for now. Once he starts stepping up, we'll see him on the field. We'll see him on the field. I have what Icebox clicked on. What you got, sir?
Y'all killing me.
All
right. We had just talked about it before the show. Who do you think? And Junior said he's got one for me. Who do you think is going to be that one special guy that doesn't play on every play, that comes in like your 3rd and 3s and your 3rd and 4s and such like that, and gets that pass rush edge, or that one that does a stunt and comes up the middle? Who is that one mystery guy on our defense that can do that this year?
Junior?
I don't even know if I mentioned it yet, but I was saying Tim Keenan third. I believe somebody gonna be at that nose tackle position that's gonna relieve Jaheim Oatis when he needs to come in and get a breath or two. And I feel it's gonna be like Jaheim Oatis, he affected the play, or he put the pressure on the quarterback, or Jaheim Oatis would stop the run take 4 hours or something. I believe it can be Tim Keenan third, I think.
I don't know if it's me, but he's breaking up. Is it?
Let me back out and make sure it's not me.
All right. Hey, say something, Nick.
Tim Keenan. I'm saying Tim Keenan.
Okay, because you were kind of choppy, so I couldn't hear you. I heard you said Tim Keenan, but I agree. Tim Keenan is that dude, bro, and I think he's going to get in there. And you didn't mention him, by the way, so he'll be that guy. But yeah, Tim Keenan is I agree with you as far as him coming in and being that guy that can stop the run or whatever. What do you guys think about?
Ooh,
Jeremiah, I'm about to say Jeremiah Alexander.
There you go.
I'll jump back on that.
Because that was one of my guys, Jeremiah Alexander. Okay, Icebox. What do you think about Jeremiah Alexander, sir?
Don't know
He
much
took my
about him.
next one too.
Did it? No, seriously, that's why I asked the question. These are guys that we're not normally talking about. We got our, we got our stars on D line. We've got, we got Otis and everybody else, and we got our cornerbacks, and we talk about Caleb Downs. But like I said, every year that we've had a great defense, we've had somebody that just come out of nowhere that we wouldn't pay no attention, that shoots up the middle, boom, gets that quarterback, or he's coming around on that pass rusher. He's that special guy that nobody's been talking about. All of a sudden, he pops up, and next thing you know, we're in big games, and this guy is pretty much, just about saving the game for us a lot of times.
Right.
That's the guy I'm talking about. But Jeremiah Alexander, I don't know. He may be the one. That's what I'm asking you guys.
Okay. Junior, you about to say something?
But yeah, thanks back to my Jameer. Somebody come in and recap it on the D line.
You're breaking up, sir. I don't know if you can hear me, but you're breaking up pretty bad. Can you hear me, Nick? I think he froze up.
Yeah, I'll jump back in. Well, let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
On offense, who do you think it could be? Who could be that running back that comes in and it shows out and impresses you? And let's say this. Take out Justice Haynes. Okay, who's that other guy that could be surprised to you? That's just like the question is, who can emerge as a key contributor? Who do you think?
So we got 5 guys. He said take out Haynes, and I'm gonna take out Richard Young. I'm gonna take out Young as well. So that's leaving us basically with Roydell, Jam Miller, and Jace McClellan. Now both Jace and Roydell are seniors this year. And due to us not having great lines for the past couple of years, the offensive line, we didn't see the running game that I think that we had. I think we had the backs, but we didn't have the schemes. The O-line wasn't opening up the holes like they should, and so that's that. But I'm saying, in my opinion, I think Roydell Williams will be If he's healthy, he's not hurt, he's healthy. Because we know what Jace is going to do. I mean, Jace is proven. Roydell's always kind of been that third down back to get you the first down, short down type of back. But I think that Roydell Williams is going to put on a show for us this year. I really do. I think he's the guy that you can put in, pound the rock for the first down, or that short yardage touchdown. You know, we're on the 5 or so, and we need to pound it in. Him or Jim, those two guys are like bowling balls, man. You know, it's hard to just bring them down. You're not gonna arm tackle those guys. You know, those guys hit hard. You know, they hitting you like they're a linebacker or something. So I'm thinking my mind is saying Roydell Williams.
You're saying Roydell.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking Jim Miller too. You know, as far as the running back is concerned. What about wide receiver? You see anybody popping out of there that, you know? I mean, let's go. All right, you got Bonds, Brooks, Burton. I'm gonna take out Kendrick Law because I look for good things out of him. He won't be no surprise to me. But who's the guy that sneaks in there as wide receiver?
I'm hearing good stuff. I'm hearing conflicting stuff about Bonds. Bonds get open, but he's dropping some passes. From what I'm hearing, not there in practice, so I don't know. But I heard he didn't drop a touchdown or two here and there, and some other key passes. So he's got to put some stickum on his gloves or something, man, or some Gorilla Glue or something to hold on to that ball. If he can hold on to the ball, I will give it to him. But I'm going to go with Emmanuel Henderson. I think Henderson will be that sneaky guy that sneaks in and kind of have us like, okay, this guy's good here, and we overlooked him. So Emmanuel Henderson for me.
I'm gonna have to go with Prentice.
Kobe Prentice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I believe Law's going to do good, so it's not going to be a surprise. Hang on a minute. Let me see if this works out. Can you hear us, Junior? Oh, I'll tell you what, Brittany B's got a good one. Yeah, we can hear you. That's a good one, Brittany. I like that one, too. I forgot all about him. But will it really be a surprise if he does?
That's my thing. If Benson does, it's not a surprise to me.
See, what's wrong about this list is we kind of obviously thinking that Benson, the Caden Potter, the Justice Hayes, let's kind of be outside the box a little bit, you know, and actually be like somebody that can possibly emerge. Somebody can contribute big time to this thing, besides the basics who we expect to pop off.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you say a name like Benson, and he's transferred in, and what was he one of the receivers that Bryce Young was throwing to? Is really, if he does something, it's not going to be a surprise. Kobe Prentice played some last year, and I thought he looked pretty decent, but there's not a lot of talk about him going on this year, so. It might be a kind of surprise if he does some good.
Right. I think how many receivers do we have? Is it like 8? I think we have like 8 on the roster. That's a lot of receivers, bro.
I think about as many receivers as D linemen.
Man, listen, Alabama really is loaded, brother. If you think about it, we're really, really, really loaded at every position. Because you have Jermaine Burton, Malik Benson, Law, Prentice, Brooks, Emmanuel Henderson.
You ain't got no shorts, no jean shorts with no belt.
No shorts. Cut it off.
No, stop.
Okay. All right.
I'm losing count on who all we got. But yeah, it's about 8 of them. It's about 8 receivers. So. Oh, somebody said we have 15. Jeff Staples said we have 15 wide receivers.
B. Jamin says 19. Now, I was watching a video the other day, and it said something about the freshman wide receivers that are getting out there, and they look good catching that ball. I mean, you had I'm forgetting his name. And how could you forget Milrose's name? That'd be me. Old age kicking in. But yeah, Milrose throwing them the ball to the freshmen. They look good. The legs look good. The work looks good. And of course, they had the other quarterbacks throwing to them too, but they specifically stayed on the freshman wide receivers. And I'm wondering if one of them might step up in the offense this year if they get a chance.
Hey, it's possible. And Stacey Blackwood, yeah, Chaz Preston, Jalen Hill, man, yeah. Yeah, man, so many, man. That, good Lord, you forget about all these people. And
it goes back to the original what I say a couple weeks ago. Don't forget what we got. Just because we missed it on a recruit, we got a loaded roster.
Right. I have a dark horse, man. Now
that's what I want to hear.
I have a dark horse, and I don't know if he'll get any playing time this season or not. But I really would like to see him get out there, man. Especially like the first game when we playing like Middle Tennessee State or Kent State or them type of schools. I really would like to see the younger guys getting in there. But we have a guy by the name of Brayson Hubbard, man. And I'm really impressed with that young man. I really am. Because that boy played both ways in high school, too. He was a quarterback. And we recruited him as a safety. But he was a quarterback in high school and a safety. He played both sides of the ball. And I was at the heyday game again. And he was repping with the ones on defense in rotation. And this guy's name being called left and right. On the stop, Brayson Hubbard. On the stop, Brayson Hubbard. I'm like, this young man is not playing. He is not playing. And I want to see him come in and get some PT. It may not be against the LSUs or the Georgias or the Tennessees of the world, but let him come in on some of those, especially if we got a good lead on Middle Tennessee State. Let them young men come in and play. But I especially want to see him. I think if he get on the field, he will contribute. I don't know if he's gonna get on the field, but that dude is serious, man. I'm a Brayson Hubbard fan. I like him.
All right. I'm gonna give you one more question and let you guys finish up on your show. Where in this whole scheme of things do you see any weakness that Alabama has? Any?
Junior, I'm gonna let you go first.
Hard question, ain't it?
No, it ain't. It's one of them things on with mindset. Do I feel like that mindset changed? But when the season get going, seeing things how play out, I feel like that mindset gonna be the weakest thing about this team this year. The weakest side.
Right. No particular position, but
right.
The brain.
I mean, cause we got
penalties.
Discipline mindset. Let's put that together. Discipline mindset.
What you about to say, Icebox?
Well, he was going with that. And I'm sitting there thinking, mindset can go a long ways with the penalties. You know, you got your nervousness and everything else because, I mean, everybody expects great things. They're hearing it. And, you know, there's going to be some nervousness going on, and that's okay. But the mindset of winning football, it really boils down to doing your job and no penalties. Is that going to be our weakness this year? Can we get that straightened up?
Right. I have to agree with both these guys. The mindset and the trust in the process. The mindset and the process. I think they're good on the process right now, but that mindset is we don't realize it, man. You know, we're fans watching from our couch, you know, or the bar, the local pub down the street.
Get on the YouTube channel.
Right, on YouTube channel. And we're cheering or we're screaming at them, whichever one we're doing. We either cheering for them or fussing at them.
Oh, yeah.
But on that field, man, you know, we got to realize that these are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, 21-year-old kids. And I don't care what you say, you stick a 21-year-old in the world and a 55-year-old person in the world, there's no comparison. That 55 been through a lot of stuff and knows the do's and don'ts. It knows the speed traps, all that stuff. Where the 21 is just getting a taste of it. So that 55-year-old is going to be, he may not be faster, he may not even be stronger, but the mind is strong, right? The mind is well versed on this, and he's going to make more right decisions, way more, 10 out of 10 times. So I'm saying all that to say, we sit on the side, we sit on the couches and, we cheer and fuss and we scream and holler and whatever we do. But these are young kids out there in that field. And once them lights come on, man, and you got like 100,000 people screaming and bands playing and all that type of stuff, that's a lot. That's a lot on you, especially as freshmen. That's a lot. Yeah. That's a hell of a lot of stuff on your shoulder. And then we expected people like Caleb Down to be great. We expected people like Justin Haynes to be great. That's extra pressure that we put on these kids' shoulders. Because if they don't go out there and perform like we say we think they should in our mind, then they're failing, right? So that's a lot of pressure. So that mindset is the mind. Yes, that has to be. Will be the weakest and I think that's what Nick Saban tried to work. I think Nick Saban played mind game with these kids to try to strengthen their train of thought, try to, that sight game. And just the last couple of years it took hold with some people didn't get it. But I think this year we'll be okay. I think we're good.
So you don't think any position is going to be a weakness? Any position?
I don't think, listen, if we do what we're supposed to do, no. I think everything. I think everything is going to work itself. I think the O-line is great. We had some question about the left tackle in the 8A game, but like Nick Jr. said, who is coming at Pritchard? You got a senior coming in the man who's been in the system for years. So that's a kind of lose-lose situation. So that's good for us on defense. But I think that offensive line is going to be straight. I know everybody talking about the doggone quarterback. Quarterbacks, we're just fine, everybody.
Yeah.
We are fine.
Listen, we got to look at it like this. I was just, like you just brought a little point when I say Quindarius Robinson will come in there Pritchard. So you got to think about who coming at goddamn Caden Proctor as well. Who coming out these other guys as well.
I got something to say. Mo better. Get your ass off my doggone. I told you I had a show, and you told me I was lying. Now here I am. Now I need you. I'm gonna invite you on the show. Matter of fact, won't you bring your ass over to the show on Saturday night so we can do some real talking?
All right. I'll be looking out for him. He has no room to talk.
He ain't coming. He gonna get in the chat, but he ain't gonna get in.
He'll have no excuse because it's going to be an open chat. You know how it works. I'll be sitting here just like this. I'll be glued. Y'all just keep talking. I'm looking for Mo Buddy. I'll watch for him Saturday.
This ain't the KB show. KB didn't play with y'all. I ain't KB. Okay. Just let you know. Anyway.
All right, guys. I'm gonna step out and let you guys do your thing because I got to run some stuff here in just a few minutes. So I appreciate it, guys, for answering my question. I'll see y'all later.
All
right. See you, man.
All right. Anybody else you have on the list, drink? We ain't really finished.
I mean, it's several more on here that I can merge, but I talked about the main ones that I feel like they could be sneaky and be like, okay, I see you in there.
Right. So overall, my thing is I think that we have there's a lot of guys that can sneak in and do some be key contributors to this team, offense and defense, all around, key guys that can come in and play and produce, right? And produce. and have do great things. And as y'all see, man, our roster is so loaded. It's so many. It's too many to name. Yesterday on your show, how many?
Man, we did 87 scholarship players.
87 scholarship players. We ain't talking like walk-ons and this and that. We talking scholarship players. That's a lot of people, man. A lot of depth, though. And that's the beautiful part of it that a lot of people don't see. There's a lot of depth to
some of them might be young depth, but it's talented depth that very well can get if pushed in that situation, they'll go through growing pains, but in the end it'd be for the good.
Right, exactly. So, man, it's like I said, we good. We are all Bama fans. Like Nick said before, don't forget what we have, because we have a whole man. We the cup filleth over. Since Mo Better said I'm preaching, the cup filleth over because we have so much talent. It's crazy, and it's too bad we can't put it all on the field at the same time or whatever the case may be. But we are good. And this season, 24 days away. I'm not sure off the top of my head from kickoff September 2nd, but I'm ready. And I'm ready for our Alabama Crimson Tide to come out and do what they do. Forget all the talking. Let's handle it on the field.
That's right.
So, anything else you got?
Nah. Like my man AD just said, I believe we got the best roster in college football. But of course, that's the Bama fans' perspective. Right. So it's neither here nor there.
Right. We might not have the number one quarterbacks, but we have great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We may not have the number one whatever, but we have great whatevers. You know what I'm saying? Everything is lined up perfectly. Everything's lined up perfectly. Like I said, we had number one this and that, and we win certain things with number one this and that. So all that don't really make a difference.
Right.
So
that's right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. We got to get our thing, man. What's going on, Icebox?
Thanks, guys. I really wanted to thank Little Jose. He was on the show Saturday night and helped us out.
Yeah,
and he was great. Yeah, and I hope he really comes back on. I forgot to mention him, and it's been bothering me ever since Saturday because he was just so good. The old man kicked in, and I couldn't think of his name to save my life. I really wanted to thank him. Of course, there was Jeff and Justin and Spencer, and I can't even remember who all, but I really wanted to thank Little Jose. He was great. I hope he comes back.
And ladies,
yes, sir.
We would love to have you guys on one of the shows. Brenda Banks, you're always here. Appreciate it. Linda P, I know you're out of town and you're working and you'll be back, but when you come back, please, 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 we love you on the show. Brittany B.
Don't be messing my Linda P now.
I didn't see here tonight with Cindy Reed, T-Town Trisha. We would love to have you on the show, And if you guys want to get on the show, you can email me. My email address is RTRU01, not 01, but 01 at yahoo.com. Again, that's RTRU01 at yahoo.com. Mobile, you heard that, right? Nick, what's your email?
My name
is on the screen, y'all. It's just on the screen.
All right, man.
And with that, people, we're gonna call it a good night. And we appreciate all you guys for being here. Once again, roll tide, everybody. Have a safe night.
All right, roll tide.